Welcome to day 11 of the journey to inner peace with Marinela. Today we are going to explore one of the most powerful and pervasive emotions that can hold us back: fear. Fear has a way of sneaking into our minds, whispering doubts and building barriers between us and our true potential. But what if we could break free from these chains of fear? What if we could face our fears head on and transform them into stepping stones toward the life we want to manifest? Let's dive into this journey together. Fear is a natural emotion, one that has been ingrained in us for survival. It alerts us to danger. It tells us when something might be wrong, and it can even motivate us to take action. But in our modern world, fear often goes beyond its origin purpose. Instead of just protecting us, it begins to limit us. It becomes a barrier that stops us from taking risk, from stepping out of our comfort zone, and from pursuing the things that truly matters to us. Think about it. How many times have you wanted to make a change, but fear held you back? Maybe it was the fear of failure, the fear of judgment, or even the fear of success. These fears create invisible chain that bring us to our current situations, that bind us to our current situation, making it difficult to move forward. They keep us stuck in a loop of what ifs and worst case scenarios, preventing us from taking the actions that could lead to profound transformation. But what if we could change our relationship with fear? What if instead of seeing fear as an enemy, we saw it as a guide that points us towards the areas where we need to grow, where we need to step up and take action? This shift in perspective can be incredibly powerful. When we acknowledge our fears without letting them control us, we reclaim our power. We begin to see fear for what it truly is: a signal, not a stop sign. One of the most effective ways to break free from the chain of fear is to face it directly. This doesn't mean recklessly diving into situations without preparation, but rather approaching our fears with curiosity and courage. Start by identify what you are afraid of. Name it, write it down, and look at it objectively. Often, the simple act of acknowledging our fears can diminish their power. Next, challenge the belief that underpin these fears. Ask yourself, is this fear based on fact or fiction? Many of our fears are rooted in assumptions, in stories we've told ourselves about what might happen. But when we examine the stories, we often find that they are based on very little evidence. By challenging these beliefs, we weaken the hold that fear has over us. Another powerful technique is to gradually expose yourself to the things you fear. Take small steps, push your boundaries little by little, and allow yourself to build confidence along the way. This process, known as exposure therapy, helps to desensitize you to the fear, making it less overwhelming over time. Visualization can also be a helpful tool. Imagine yourself succeeding, thriving, and overcoming the challenges that your fear presents. See yourself on the other side of the fear, feeling proud and accomplished. This mental rehearsal can make the actual process of facing your fear feel more familiar and less daunting. As you continue on this journey, remember that fear is not something you need to eliminate entirely. It's a part of being human. But by changing your relationships with fear, you can prevent it from controlling your life. You can learn to coexist with fear, using it as a tool for growth rather than a barrier to your dreams. Let's take a moment to sit quietly and reflect on our relationships with fear. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and think about the fear that's been holding you back. What does this fear look like? How does it feel in your body? As you breathe, imagine this fear as a cloud that surrounds you. It's there, but it's not solid. It's just a collection of thoughts and emotions. Now imagine a light within you, growing stronger with each breath. These lights represent your inner strength, your courage, and your desire to break free from the chain of fear. As the light grows, it begins to dissolve the clouds, turning into nothing more than a mist that dissipates into the air. Feel the light expanding, filling your entire being with warmth and confidence. You are no longer controlled by fear. You are in control. When you are ready, open your eyes, carrying this sense of empowerment with you. To wrap up today's session, take out your journal and write about the fears that have been holding you back. What steps can you take to face these fears? How can you change your perspective of fear so that it becomes a tool for growth rather than a barrier? Write down your thoughts and consider how you can begin to implement these changes in your life. Thank you for joining me on day 11 of the journey to inner peace with Marinela. Remember, fear is only as powerful as we allow it to be. By facing it, we reclaim our power and open ourselves up to endless possibilities. I look forward to continuing this journey with you tomorrow.